Studying in the United States can be an exciting and life-changing opportunity. Whether you're pursuing a degree, learning English, or enrolling in a specialized training program, maintaining your legal status is critical to making the most of your time in the U.S. The U.S. immigration system has strict regulations for international students, and even unintentional violations can lead to serious consequences, including termination of your visa, inability to re-enter the country, or problems in future immigration applications. That's why it's essential for international students to understand and follow the rules governing their student status. This video highlights the top 10 tips for maintaining legal status while studying in the U.S., ensuring you stay compliant, focused on your education, and prepared for your future. 1. Always enroll full-time unless officially approved for less. One of the core conditions of an F1 or M1 visa is full-time enrollment. Dropping below the required credit hours without prior authorization from your designated school official, DSO, is considered a status violation. Full-time typically means 12 credit hours per semester for undergraduates and 9 for graduate students. If you're facing academic difficulties, a medical condition, or other extenuating circumstances, you must apply in advance for a reduced course load, RCL, authorization. Never assume it's acceptable to drop classes, even for valid reasons, without formal approval. The moment you drop below full-time without permission, your SEVIS record may be terminated, which can lead to deportation proceedings or future visa denials. 2. Keep your I-20 or DS-2019 form valid and updated. Your I-20, for F1 students, or DS-2019, for J1 exchange visitors, is the key document that shows your legal presence in the U.S. You must keep this document up to date at all times. If you change your major, add a program, extend your stay, or switch schools, your DSO must issue an updated I-20 or DS-2019 to reflect the change. Also, never let your I-20 or DS-2019 expire. If you need more time to complete your studies, request a program extension well before the expiration date. Carry a valid copy with you, especially when traveling, and keep it in a safe place with your passport and visa records. 3. Renew your passport and visa in advance. Your passport must be valid for at least 6 months into the future at all times while you're in the U.S. If your passport is close to expiring, contact your home country's embassy or consulate in the U.S. to begin the renewal process. If you leave the U.S. for a break or emergency and your student visa has expired, you must apply for a new one before re-entering the country. Keep in mind that a valid visa is needed only to enter the U.S. Once inside, your I-20 and I-94 determine your legal status. However, without a valid visa, you cannot re-enter if you travel abroad. 4. Report changes to your DSO immediately. If you change your address, phone number, major, or even your name, you must inform your DSO within 10 days. This is a legal requirement under SEVIS, Student and Exchange Visitor Information System, rules. Failing to report changes could flag your status as non-compliant, which may affect your ability to work, transfer schools, or apply for benefits like optional practical training, OPT. Additionally, your DSO will update your SEVIS record accordingly, ensuring your legal presence is accurately tracked by immigration authorities. 5. Never work without authorization. Working off campus without proper authorization is one of the most serious violations of student visa rules and can result in immediate termination of your SEVIS status. F1 students are allowed to work on campus up to 20 hours per week during the academic term and full-time during school breaks, but even on-campus work must follow specific rules. If you want to work off campus, you must apply for curricular practical training, captain, or optional practical training, OPT, which require approval from your DSO and/or USCIS. J1 students must apply for academic training. Unauthorized work, even for a few hours, can jeopardize your entire academic and immigration future. 6. Follow the rules for OPT, CPT, or academic training. Many international students hope to gain practical work experience related to their field of study. For F1 students, Captain allows you to work off campus as part of your curriculum, like an internship or co-op, while OPT allows you to work after completing your degree. You must receive prior authorization before starting either. Apply early. OPT processing by USCIS can take several months. J1 students can participate in academic training, which also requires DSO approval. Violating the rules, such as working outside your field or before receiving authorization, can lead to status loss. 7. Avoid unapproved school transfers. Transferring to a new school without following the proper SEVIS transfer procedure can result in a status violation. If you're changing schools, your current DSO must release your SEVIS record to the new institution, and the new DSO must issue a new I-20. The transfer must be completed within 60 days of completing your previous program or within 15 days of beginning your new one. Always consult with both DSOs during the process to ensure seamless continuation of your status. Do not begin classes at the new school without receiving a new I-20 reflecting the transfer. 8. Maintain valid health insurance, especially for J1 students. While F1 students are not federally required to carry health insurance, many universities mandate it as part of enrollment. For J1 visa holders, however, health insurance is mandatory under federal law. The insurance must meet specific requirements including coverage for medical evacuation and repatriation. Failure to maintain the required coverage can lead to termination of your J1 status. Even for F1 students, not having insurance could result in financial hardship if a medical emergency arises. Always confirm with your school whether coverage is provided or if you need to purchase your own. 9. Respect your grace period. After completing your program, F1 students are allowed a 60-day grace period to prepare for departure, transfer to another school, or apply for OPT. J1 students receive a 30-day grace period. You are not permitted to work during this time unless you have applied for a work benefit like OPT. Overstaying this grace period without changing status or departing the country could lead to future visa denials, inability to adjust status, or a bar from re-entering the US. Always have a clear plan and act before your grace period ends. 10. Consult with an immigration attorney for complex issues. If you're facing unusual challenges, such as falling behind academically, medical emergencies, needing to change status, or facing visa delays, it's wise to consult a qualified immigration attorney. Schools can provide basic guidance, but some situations are beyond the scope of your DSO's authority. For instance, reinstating your status after a violation, changing from F1 to another visa type, or handling a visa denial at the consulate are legal matters that require professional help. Proactive legal advice can prevent major problems down the line. Maintaining your legal status as a student in the US is about more than attending classes. It involves being aware of visa rules, following proper procedures, communicating regularly with your school's DSO, and avoiding any activity, especially unauthorized work, that could lead to status termination. The US immigration system is complex, and even honest mistakes can have long-term consequences. By staying informed, proactive, and compliant, you can focus on your studies, enjoy your experience, and prepare for a bright future, whether in the US or back in your home country. Always remember, staying in status protects your opportunities now and later.